Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to today's sohbet on the 28th of October 2024. I hope you are well wherever you are tuning into this from. Today, I want to cover a question that I've been asked a number of times over the years by different people in slightly different ways, but it's basically the same question. Is Allah angry with me? Now, I mean, it's sad actually that so many people have asked this question. Um, Allah is Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim. Allah describes himself as the most compassionate, the most kind. At the beginning of every surah of the Quran, except one, and then a number of other times within the text. There is a Hadith Qudsi. Now, a Hadith Qudsi is a hadith that is not like the other hadith. These hadith are regarded as almost revelation. These hadith relate things which the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that Allah said. And these particular ones that are regarded as Hadith Qudsi are widely accepted. And one of these Hadith Qudsi that is related in Bukhari is that my mercy overcomes my wrath. My mercy prevails over my wrath. This means that, yes, Allah, the characteristic of anger, we have that characteristic, other creatures in creation have that characteristic, must derive from somewhere, ultimately. And yes, the Creator does have that characteristic, but Allah's rahmah, Allah's compassion, His kindness, His mercy, always prevails over His wrath. Allah is the most merciful, the most compassionate. Allah sent the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, as a mercy to all of the worlds. I read a hadith earlier, which is where the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that anyone who remembers the 99 names of God is guaranteed paradise. How beautiful is that? What does this indicate? Remembering 99 names of God is not difficult. Anyone can memorize 99 names of God. And if you memorize those 99 names, Allah will grant you paradise. What does this indicate? It indicates Allah is looking for excuses to forgive us. Allah is not looking for excuses to condemn us. And one wonders, where does this idea come from that Allah is always angry with us? Whatever we do, even the most normal, natural things, Allah is angry with us. A friend told me that her nephew took part in a school dance, and his mom told him that Allah is angry with him. What does that do to a child if you tell a child that anything they do, Allah is going to be angry with them? Even all children dance, all children play. These are natural things that human beings do. Every human being, every culture does these things. If you constantly tell a child, Allah is going to be angry with you, Allah is going to be angry with you, then it will put in their head that Allah is ruthless, that Allah is unkind, that Allah just wants to do terrible things to them. It will disturb them and it will traumatize them. This is really unhealthy. And we should avoid that at all costs. And it's not only Muslims that do this. I know there are Christians I've seen who've done exactly the same thing, where they've said God will be angry with you, or Jesus will be angry with you. So it's not only something that us Muslims have an issue with, but it is something we need to watch out for and be careful of. And it persists into adulthood. If people see someone doing something which, yes, maybe it is sinful, but there's minor sins and major sins, and there is not one of us not one of us in this world who never sins. All human beings sin. The only one we can maybe say that for is the Prophet Muhammad SAW himself. He was the most perfect of humans. Which of us even comes close? So none of us can claim to be sinless. So we can't go around judging everybody else and claiming that, oh, Allah's going to punish you, Allah's angry with you because of some little slip up here or there. You don't know what someone's going through. You don't know what they're going through in their own life. You don't know what troubles and trials. You've got troubles and trials in your life. I've got troubles and trials in my life. Everybody's got troubles and trials. And sometimes when people are going through things, maybe some people even have a drink or something. Now, yes, Islam says we shouldn't do that. I don't do that. But there are some Muslims and they will have a drink. It doesn't mean that Allah's going to put them in hellfire because they've had a drink. It is, maybe we can encourage them not to because it's not good for them. It's not healthy. There's so many reasons why it's best to avoid drinking. And I'm just using that as one example. And somebody might be listening to a piece of music. And some Muslims will say, that's sinful. Allah's be angry with you. Leave the brother or sister alone. Maybe they need to listen to that music. You know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim. He's the most compassionate, the most kind. He sent the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, as a kindness to all creation. Rahmatan lil alamin. We cannot claim to be Muslims if we do not try to be at least a little bit like that Rahmatan lil alamin. Have a little bit of that in our own hearts, a little bit of kindness and compassion to our brothers and sisters. Don't give people a hard time. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Holy Quran that this deen is easy, that Allah did not make it hard for us. So don't make it hard for other people. And especially not the children, because it does traumatize them. I hope you find this useful and beneficial. Thank you for tuning in. Assalamu alaikum, Abu Bakr. So nice to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for your support. And I just hope these messages are useful, these reminders, and they're a reminder to myself as much as anybody else. If you're in the UK, I wish you all a very good evening and have a great week. And wherever you are, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. May the peace and blessings of God be with you all.